Nithyanandam paramasukadam kevalam jnanamurtim dvandvatitam gaganasadrisham tattvamasyaadilaksham ekam nityam vimalamachalam sarvadi sakshibhutam bhavatitam trigunarahitam sadgurum tam namami. Nithyanandam. I am Nithyananditha and I am 18 years old, and I would like to say myself as one of the most chosen and most blessed being to have met Swamiji at the age of 12 and personally being brought up by him as his own daughter, and today to talk in front of you all as a princess of Nithyananda Sangha. I have been with Swamiji from the age of 12. I was initiated into training for sannyas at the age of 12 directly by Swamiji, and from then on I have been personally brought up by Swamiji, and I would say my introduction to life and myself happened through Swamiji. So before beginning what I'm going to share with you all today, just a quick small brief introduction about myself. So I was born in Tamil Nadu and I was brought up in Karnataka, and we are a family of 6. My mom, my dad and 4 of us. So I am the second one, and today we are having one of the most blessed life because my mom, my dad and my entire family stays in the ashram, and we all stay here with Swamiji. So my dad used to be a CEO in one of the private companies in Bangalore, and I had one of the most best parents and an amazing family that I lived with. And my dad met Swamiji in the year of 2013, and we all had come to ashram together, and that day made a complete turnover in my life, because to who I was outside, though I was born in a completely traditional Brahmin family, peer pressure I would say, or influence of my friends or the society outside, I always chose to be a person who would want to be updated to the latest trends, or the person who want to be caught up with friends. So peer pressure kind of always put me into the mode of trying to change myself into someone that I was not. So when my father used to tell you're a Hindu, you have to put bindi, I would just wear it inside my house, and when I step out, when I'm with my friends, I would just erase it off and I would try to completely be like them. And today, standing in front of you all with my jatas, with this saris, with this rudraksh, if I turn and look back what made me into this person that I am, I would just say my life in one word: experience and Swamiji's love. Because for a girl who completely did not want to be a traditionalist, did not want to be a Hindu, or did not want to be known so, to be able to change completely, it can't happen normally out of convincing, because that my dad tried for quite a long time. But thanks to my parents, because they knew that Swamiji would be the greatest gift to my life ever. So when I met Swamiji the first day, I saw the kids in the Nithyananda Gurukul, and one incident that I wanted to share with you all that completely changed my life, or my perspective about seeing life. So when I entered the Nithyananda Gurukul, I would see young children, maybe the first graders and second graders, they would be singing the periodic tables and going. And I still remember when my sister was 16 years old, she had to by heart the periodic table hard for her to remember, memorize it for her exams. So that kind of put a question in me. Honestly, my idea about monks who would wear saffron robes, I've seen them outside the temples begging, or I've seen 1 or 2 gurus talking to people, but I don't know, I felt it didn't make sense to me at that point in time. And I felt guru or spirituality were for the people who would suffer, people who had so much of, who were really poor or who were not educated. So that was my idea, because that's what I learned from the society outside. So when I saw a very well educated people, and I saw really intelligent people, and people who made a lot of sense to me. And what inspired me the most was the way they lived the lifestyle, especially when I saw kids, young kids who were Nitya. And little did I know that that day was going to change my life forever. So, the moment I saw this and I listened to Swamiji's satsang that day and I met Swamiji, and obviously there can be nothing else other than experiencing the connection with the Master. So, honestly, first day I didn't even know his name, I didn't know who he is, I had no idea about anything. All I knew was I knew that I was just in one of the most happiest places I've ever seen in my life. So just that gave me the strength, the confidence to decide that if I had to choose, it had to be this place, because I just knew it was so meant for me and I was just for that. So it was just about 45 minutes in the Gurukul. My mom and dad were still visiting, talking to the principal. I didn't take time to even talk to them. I was just enjoying with seeing the kids, what they were doing, walking around, seeing tiny children and big people. And it was just so different. Everybody were wearing orange dress, and it was just one of the most unique experiences that I had. So after that 45 minutes of our talking there, I just walked back to my mom and she told, "What's your decision?" I told, "I'm going to be here." And then I signed the form, and that's all how the story began. And the rest is history. But what I want to share with you all today is, as a girl of 18 years, today if I talk to my friends outside, I know that in their life, obviously I'm not going to say everybody in the world outside is going to suffer, because yeah, they will have their own success or their own failures, but I can tell one thing, that the definition of life that they have outside versus the definition of life that I have, I can very confidently, without any pride, very boldly tell you all that what life I'm living now is equivalent at least twice as to what people outside, kids of my age outside would live. Because when I talk, I just remember one incident where I connected back to one of my friends. So when I was talking to her, I was 17 years old that time. So I was just talking to her, and I was just done with my 10th grade. So I was talking to her, I was sharing that, oh, this is how my studies are going and all that. And she was also telling that she was very successful in her studies. She was sharing her marks. I was happy for her. So then she asked, "What else are you doing?" So I just shared with her, telling, I visited these many places, I visited these many people, and that was the time I had just went to Tihar jail, and I conducted a session for the prisoners there, giving them solutions. So then, when I shared all this with her, she was like, "Oh wow, that's good to hear." And when I asked her back about her life, she was telling that she just had a breakup and she was in depression. I just realized I was so blessed, because depression, anger, fear, jealousy, that was not in my dictionary or my definition of life. It is completely different, and I would not tell you all that life outside has to be suffering, and I'm not coming from that point of view, but I can say that here it is one of the most bestest way to live, because manifesting powers, or be it the lifestyle, be it the food, be it the safety, be it the way we are all brought up, my lifestyle, my culture, everything has completely changed from whom I was to who I am today. And it is all with the blessings of Swamiji and personally being brought up by him as his own sons and daughters. This is one of the most greatest life that I've ever had, and this is what I want to share with people lifelong as one of the greatest gifts that my parents have given me. So to all of you out there, be it your studies or be it your personal life, be it your career, be it your dreams, I can assure you of one thing. Any goals that you want to achieve, anything that you want to experience, just be sure to take this jump of experiencing Gurukul, experiencing what it means to be brought up by the Avatar, what it means to be brought up as a prince and a princess. So to experience this, to make this part of your lifestyle, to manifest extraordinary powers as a part of your life, make sure that you are part of Rajavidya Gurukul, which today is also happening in Gujarat, in Ahmedabad, here Gujarat, India. So here in Gujarat, Swamiji is personally training a group of yoginis, a group of princesses, and same way in Ichapuram, a group of princes and Swamiji's own sons are being trained, being groomed to become the leaders of tomorrow, to become the game changers of tomorrow, and not to become the next gen, but to become the new generation. So, for you all to be part of this or to know more, you can sign up in the link that is projected to you all. So, sign up into that link and make sure you don't miss this opportunity for being the first new generation that is going to happen to change the world tomorrow. So thank you all for watching this video, and I would say just jump in and become part. It is never too late to experience the extraordinary possibilities of life. Thank you, Nithyanandam.